Hello everyone, this is Elio Haddad and welcome to another video about entrepreneurship and psychology, what do you want to call it, mental health. And I've been researching a lot about entrepreneurs and startups, something that very few people want to talk about. At the same time, it is happening and it is affecting 99% of the people that start a startup, that work at a startup, and not only a startup, at any kind of new business. It is not easy to deal with uncertainty. It's not easy to have the pressure every single day, to be on guard every single day, 24/7. And guess what happens when you're on guard 24/7? It ends up producing the chronic stress syndrome. You end up producing so much adrenaline that your body doesn't have the time to clean it when you sleep. And it ends up affecting all your system, your nervous system, your digestive system, and your ability to focus, to function as not only as a high performer, but as a normal human being. So it's very important to acknowledge the relevance of taking care of your mental health, of your habits, of yourself as body and mind, and dedicate not only having a person to give you direction on that, but also dedicate time to do that. Have a very regular schedule to do your exercise, to do your mental cleaning, your meditations, going walking outside, not thinking about business, doing just having, enjoying a board game with your friends, just to relax your mind, to give it the chance to restructure itself. These are preventive things, but it's very important to have someone that can point the red flags to you, that this kind of relationship in the business, this kind of way of working, this rhythm is not going to take you for a good place. Not only going to reduce the performance, but it can actually destroy all the effort that you've been doing in order to get to where you are. Because decision making with the stress, with the adrenaline in our blood, decision making with the anxiety, with all the issues that we are going through but we're not aware of them, can have these decisions done in a very bad way. I'm going to give you an example. In the Second World War, they were creating new planes. There was an acceleration of creation of new planes in the Second World War. But the problem with that, the pilots were falling and dying without being hit by other pilots, by the enemy. And that was a big problem. Big number of them were falling. And they researched, there was no problem with the engine, there was no problem with the pilots, very good pilots. But the problem was the keys to execute different functions were almost similar. They were all the same keys. And under pressure, and the pilot having to do a very tough decision in a fast pace, they ended up clicking the wrong keys, the wrong buttons, and they ended up falling. And this metaphor, this example gives us a very good idea that even if you're a genius, you're a very good entrepreneur, you're a very good decision maker, under pressure you may take wrong decisions. You may not have all your abilities to take good decision, or at least to respond to pressure. So it is very important to have someone that can help you organize your working week, organize your career inside your own company, so that you can give the best without hustling so much, without working so much. You can work less, you can do less effort, and bring more results. And this is done by not one thing that you work on. It is a combination of many things that are all connected. I just wanted to tackle this from this perspective. Like, before things happen, start checking out if there's fatigue, there is accumulation of stress. I bet most of you have it. Show me one entrepreneur that doesn't go through this avalanche of stress and all that. There's a big number of uncertainty. there's a big number of responsibility towards his achievements and toward the people that are working with him. And there is another thing, that people that work for you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and they come expecting that you have the answers, and sometimes you don't. And it's very important to have a way in order to answer these questions to the people that are with you and supporting you, to take the right decision and even to respond in a conscious way. This is very important. Sometimes you have big problems, you lose everything because there was no clarity in communication, the consciousness, and you think it was a different reason, but it's very possible that the lack of communication and the lack of understanding and the lack of right decision, that can be affected from the emotional state. And it is tricky to learn to know that when it's happening. And I've been researching with many companies and startups, and they end up acknowledging those burnouts, all these situations after they happen, and they didn't think about it to prevent it. Working 14 hours, 12 hours a day, having your mind working to bring you solutions and emotionally in this war state as a startup founder, as an entrepreneur, it's not going to take too long to get all burned out, to get fatigued emotionally and physically. It's important to start working your rhythm to prevent these things and to give you the ability to be healthy and energetic in order to give much more results with less hustle. I hope this was useful, and I would love to answer your questions. I will be talking more about these things that are important for any entrepreneur, any person that are starting any project or a company. This is Elio Haddad, and I like to thank you for watching. Continue to watch, check others, send this to people you think may benefit from. Send this video to them. Share it with your friends. Thank you. See you in another video.